Hey everyone, this is Eric with Rockin' H TV, Rockin' H Farm Toys, and tonight we're going to continue our build along on the Welker Farms 1/64 scale International 9300 replica that we've been doing together. And tonight we're going to try taping again. If you were with me last time, in the last video I shot live, I had painted the cab a color, this color right here. Well, not this color. Which color was it? It was this color over here. What I did was I painted the cab this color right here. Began taping it off, and what happened? Well, the tape, when I moved it, peeled up the paint. So I tried to mask it, tried to tape over the error spot. Didn't work right, so I just dumped it in lacquer thinner. Hi Kyler, good to see you. I dumped it in lacquer thinner, stripped it down, and repainted it. Now, something I did a little different this time. Rather than paint it the fabric tan, the Model Master fabric tan, which is textured by the way, I went ahead and painted the brown color on it first. So this is the metallic brown color that's going on. This is a much higher quality paint than I had used. I don't know why the tape brought the paint up. That's really unusual, but nevertheless, I went ahead and put this on first. I think it's actually going to be better in the long run anyway, so I thought let's give this a try and see how it works. So what we're going to do, hi Matt, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. What we're going to do is mask this thing and then hopefully splash on some paint yet tonight. We'll see. Hey, 1/64 Toy Farmer Display, good to see you. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. So I already masked one fender off because I was kind of practicing a little bit ago, and then we will go on and go ahead and get going. And G. Pearney, good to see you. Thanks for watching. It is going well, 1/64 Toy Farmer. Good to see you. It's going well here in the lab anyway. And Scott's here. Good to see you, Scott. So let me just turn my camera around quick. Maybe. Come on, turn. I don't know why it doesn't want to flip like it's supposed to. That's supposed to just be quick. Come on. That's weird. Why is that not flipping, Matt? Ah, there it goes. All right. So what we're doing here is, I don't have any tape narrow enough to make this tiny stripes on this truck. There's going to be, well here, let's take a look at the real one quick. You can see here, this is just their YouTube video. You can see the brown is on the bottom. Then we have tan, a brown stripe, orange, another brown stripe, and then more tan. And it almost looks like there's tan in between the orange and the two dark browns. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off because the tape that I'm using is simply not thin enough. So to get thin tape, what I've done here is I put some masking tape over there, and what we'll do is I will take an X-Acto knife and cut out a couple of thin strips to mask off the brown stripe that I want. So we're going to give that a go. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out, right? I had some, if you watched the last time, I had some thin 1mm tape that I bought from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if it's for masking or for pinstripes or what, but that's what took up the paint. This stuff I've never really had any trouble taking up paint. I have had it leave a little residue, but this is actually automotive grade taping, painter's tape. So it is a Scott product, and I bought it at Napa Auto here in Dodge City, and for what it cost, it better work. These 3 rolls of tape here, this one, and this one, cost 55 bucks, so it better work, right? Okay, let me get my camera situated, and I think we can get to work. Okay, so first thing I want to do here is, and I won't be able to see your comments now because I have my camera in a different position. So I'm going to go ahead and take my knife. I'm going to cut a couple of thin stripes out of this tape. We'll see how this goes. Stripes, strips. Okay, there's one. And Here's 2. And for better or for worse, I'm just kind of eyeballing the thickness of these strips I'm cutting. And then let's just see how this goes. All right. Hopefully, all the adhesive will still work, even though I've put it on my mat. Okay, I want to make sure I got you in the shot here. Okay. So now we're going to take this and stretch it out. And this is going to be our first brown stripe. I went back over to my picture I have up on my computer to make sure I get it right. What I'm going to try to do here is my goal here is I want to be able to get the tan stripe below the brown. Ooh, I'm not putting that on straight. Let's fix that. My goal here is to get the brown stripe under the tan, or the tan underneath the brown. And we want to get that on nice and straight, but okay, you'll notice I'm just kind of moving that tape a bit with my finger. Okay, and since this is long enough, I'm actually going to come around the back, try and get this the same all the way around. So I'm using these doors as kind of my guide. There's a door right here and one on the other side. I'm going to try, I want to get the tape in the same spot above those 2 doors. Oh crap. There we go. Okay, well that seemed to work. If it's nice, do it twice, right? So what I'm making here is just a brown stripe, is all this is going to be. I'm masking off for a brown stripe. Okay, so this is what we got cooking right here. So this is brown stripe number 1. If you remember from our photo over there, let me just take you a quick look on this. Right here, right there, there's a brown stripe. That's the tape I put on. Now I'm going to put on a little more to come up here, and then we'll actually put one down the center for the orange stripe. So the orange is just a decal, so I can cut that any thickness that I want, but I do need to get these brown ones correct. All right, let's try again. There we go. Okay. Okay, what we want to do is we're going to cut this thing in half, I think. That should get us about right. And if you can hear some banging around in here, I've actually got company in the lab tonight. Say hi, lab partner.
Hello, how are you guys?
He is working on a couple of, what are you working on?
My 7240s.
Oh, that's right, yeah. He's making a couple of custom 7240 combines, just like you drove those, didn't you?
Yep, I drove them in
Okay.
Summer of 2017 for Larson Harvesting.
So yeah, he, okay, if you're wondering what I'm doing, there we go. I had to reposition my camera. There we go. Sorry about that. My son went ahead and went on harvest a couple years ago, and he wants to make, he's replicating the harvest outfit he went on. And so they ran 7240s, Case International combines, and so he is making one just like the one he drove. And then this year, you'll have to make, what do you got to, you'll have to make 8250s, won't you?
Yeah.
Because he's going on harvest again with another outfit. And they're running 8250s this year, Case International combines.
You had a user say he loves you making your videos.
Well, thank you. Who's that?
I did not see.
That's okay. Well, whoever gave me the kudos, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I can't see the comments, as I've kind of mentioned before, but just so you know, I'm not giving you the finger. Just can't see the comments right now because I'm busy taping. All right. Hopefully you guys are seeing all this really well. I tell you, masking and taping on these little die-cast dudes it's not impossible. I mean, you can do it. It just takes a little extra time. That's really it. It just takes time. During the model building summit, a guy from Wisconsin came to the summit. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's just an event I have here in Dodge City where people from anywhere, they pay a fee and they come and make models all weekend anyway. He had this really cool 377 Pete that he did for his brother-in-law. It was his brother-in-law's daily driver. He says, I want to do this truck. I said, man, if we pull this off, I'm going to sing and dance because that's a tough, tough paint job. But we nailed it. I couldn't believe it. It only took 2 tries and we got it. It was maroon and silver, kind of. It was a very, very pretty truck. It just turned out wonderful, but it was a complicated paint job. Much like this, I was able to use a little thicker tape, which was nice. Okay, as you can see here, I don't know if you can see this very well, guys, but okay, we got a weird line here. This isn't working right here. That's not right. We gotta, that's gross. We gotta fix that. All right, here we go. Let's try that, and then let's push that up. Trying to straighten this up just a little bit so it's not stupid. Our good fortune is we are going to have exhaust here, so if something doesn't quite go right here, our exhaust is going to cover up some of that, and that'll be a blessing because, you know, as try as you might, we are, well, no excuses, right? No whining.
Stop whining.
Yep, stop whining. That is a line from Secondhand Lions. We always say that to each other, stop whining. Whenever things get down in the dumps for us, no whining in this building, that's for sure. Okay, so what we're going to do next, okay? We're going to go ahead and take blue tape, put it down, and cover the center of this up, okay? So we'll do that all the way around. And then I do want to try and cut one more, well, I'm not going to try it, I'm going to do it. I want to cut one more tiny piece of tape to make a thin stripe right here that's going to be tan. We're going to try and get this as close as we can. Practically speaking, I don't know, we might not get as close as I hope, but we'll never know unless we try, so we got to do this. I mean, we're out of like 50 cents worth of tape if this all screws up, and I already have excess paint. So it's not like we're out of anything. And a $10 cab. If you guys were wanting to try this, guess what? It's not going to cost you, I mean, it's going to cost you very little. I mean, really, the most expensive part of this project is your paint. And that really depends on where you buy it. Okay. Making a thin stripe here. Let's see what we can do. And we'll do another one. See, I think the Welkers cheated. They paid a guy to do it. They helped. I give them props for that. They had a professional painter helping them out. I need a professional painter around here. If you're a professional painter, you're hired. Boy, look how nice and thin that is. That is beautiful. Whoops. Look how thin that one is. That is gorgeous. Too bad they're not all that way. What up?
Take that out.
Oh, just drill it out.
Just wait on that.
If this works, I'm going to wet myself. There's no way this is going to go this well. But you never know. We could get lucky. I mean, look, yikes. See that tape right there is weird. That's dumb. Okay, we got to fix that tape. That's not going to be okay. Okay, that's dumb. Look at that. Now you can really see that gap show up. We're going to fix that. I'm going to just come in here and try and just push this down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so this tiny thin slice here, whoops, gotta press that tape in there. This tiny little stripe right here will be tan when we're done, okay? This all makes sense when I get the rest of it finished. Okay, flip it over. Okay. So far so good for those of you watching. Okay, we still got something ridiculous going on. Luckily we can straighten some of this out with our knife. Okay. Rats here. Definitely want to slide this down a bit more. So we're going to have some weird tape lines on the back. Let me see if I scooch that about. Taping and painting is not one of my talents. I'm just very persistent. I think that's what the big deal is. That, and I'm not afraid to take it apart and do it over if it's stupid. It's like, wow, that sucks. I can't have that. And then just do it over. So I got a little weirdness right here. Man, there's something funky going on here. Oh, and it could be the die-cast line that I'm following isn't straight and true either. That is a real possibility on these older Ertl castings. I mean, they're very consistent. They're very good for what they are. But you know, molds get kind of weary and sometimes they just lose their luster. Okay, I think we're close on that. Now let's do the middle. Okay. Okay. Let me get my paw out of the road so you can see what's happening. Okay. All right. Okay. Now it should make sense what we've got going on. So you can see the thin line right there, that's where tan is going to be. And then the middle is mask off. And then the two green stripes above and below the tape are where dark brown is going to be. And then where the blue is where an orange stripe will eventually be. And like I said before, the orange is going to be a decal, just because for me decals are very easy. Man, I tell you, I just talked about time saver. And then all this above the green is going to be tan. Okay. So now all we have to do is mask off everything brown below this green line. And there's really no rules as far as this goes now. You just want to get it all covered. And I guess my hand is right in the way again, isn't it? You can't see a thing. Here, let's try it that way. Yeah, let's go here. And actually, since we've got an angle line, let's make us an angle. There's my hand in the way again. Okay, let's get some fatter tape now. This will help. If there's anything I've learned in all this die-cast business I do is, you know, there's sometimes where you can be kind of stingy and buy cheap. I have found this tape is worth it's worth something. It's pretty good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's just pretty darn good stuff. Nothing's more frustrating than you spend a bunch of time taping up a model and then poof, the tape pukes on you and then you got a mess. Oh man, you'll lose your religion, guys. I ain't lying. Okay. Just look at that. Got a little slice right in there I got to cover up. Well, we can do that too. I'm sure there are proper ways to do some of what I'm doing. I've never really had any formal training on painting and taping. I just, you know, I do what gets me the results I want, and then I stop. Okay, so not getting the results I want, so I can't stop yet. We'll get it. For sure. Okay, let's... I have noticed a pattern. When I got to monkey around with stuff this long, it seems like that's an indicator something's may not go quite right. But we'll see. You never know. Oh, dadgummit, you jerk. Get up in there. There we go. There. Yeah, you guys can even see that. Hallelujah. My fingers aren't in the way. Yay! Okay. We're getting close to paint, I promise you. Hopefully we'll get some paint on this thing. I'm really eager to, well, I guess we shouldn't get too carried away. We have one big step here before we can do much else. Okay, that's not it. Try again. Need a pointy edge right there. Perfect. Yeah. Might be able to use this one over here. Getting closer, baby. Let's see, let's use a bit of this. Here we go. Boy, and there's 7 of you hanging out, it looks like. I appreciate you watching. I don't know how you're not bored to tears, but I appreciate you being here. And when in doubt, if you think, wow, that could use another piece of tape, just in case, just do it. Don't even ask. If you think it needs another piece of tape, probably does, because you do not want any bleed or anything like that getting in the cracks and crevices that you think you got, but you really didn't get. Just put on the extra tape. It's worth it, and the frustration you'll save is worth millions. Well, maybe not that much, but it's worth a lot. All right. Now, we can use bigger tape and roll. And I bet you can't see what I'm doing, can you? try and keep my fingers out of it for you. Yay, we're getting closer. How about we do it this way once, just so you can see what I'm doing. There, now my fingers aren't in the way. You can cut that tape, you know, by tearing it. I like to use the scissors. That, and I really like the straight edges I get with the scissors. That makes me kind of happy. And if I want to be happy, dadgummit, I'm going to be happy. All right, fellas, and any ladies that might be watching, here we go. So, this is a little tip that I learned, I don't know, kind of along the way. Different people have suggested it, and I started doing it, and I love it. So I'm going to share it with you after I'm just making sure it's in that crease nice and tight. First, got to get some helping hands. Would you grab me a helping hands down there, please? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you break it, you buy it there, sucker. God. Train them up, and what do? Bust your stuff. Okay. If you were dealing with this and you had really oily hands or something like that, you would probably want, well, my hands are nice and clean, so I was handling this without rubber gloves or anything, so I'm not worried about my fingerprints and oils and stuff being on this. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint. Whoops. Now I'm going to break it. Look at that. Man, just can't catch a break tonight. What's going on? Oh, anyway. So you get everything masked, but sometimes if you don't have it pressed down in these creases like this, really gorgeous and everything, and awesome, what will happen is you put your top coat. Let's say we wanted to put this top coat over it just like it is. Well, if you don't have every crease and crevice and that tape pressed down in all those places, this color will bleed below the tape, okay? This isn't like working on a big one where you can get nice long runs and really get your fingers in there to press tape around corners and edges. I mean, look at that. I mean, you got to take your fingernail or a knife and push that tape in that crevice right there on that door seam. So the answer to that is spray this whole bad boy with your base coat, and what that's going to do is get in there and seal some of those edges from your top coat. So that's where we're going to end tonight. Is if I get the lid off my paint, holy cow, this is where we're going to end tonight. We're going to go ahead and shoot this whole thing with this paint right here, okay? And right here you can see the paint code for this. Right there, N0402 light brown. If you'll look at the Welker's truck, this does look looks close to it. I don't know if it is or not, but this is what I had here at the house, and I shot a truck in Canada for a model that went to Canada, and this was the color. Here's where I bought it, right here, repaintsupply.com. This is online. I send them a paint code, say, guys, can you mix this in an aerosol can? They say yes, and send me an invoice via PayPal. I pay it, and then off we go. Okay, so let us go to the paint booth and do some painting. Here we go. Oh, crud. There we go. Let's go over here. So now you're sitting on my layout. Okay. And I'm mic'd up if you're wondering what I'm messing with over here. So I don't have my long extension on my microphone, so that's what the wire is if you can see it. One more for good luck. All right, there we go. There is our... You would just paint it like you normally would anything else, okay? So that is what you do. I get a lot of good results doing it this way, just like this. So if, hold on here. Now you don't have to look at my outlet there. Why does that just, there we go. Whoop. There it is. All right, so that's what we do there. I get a lot of good results doing it that way, especially with complicated paint jobs like this. Guys, quit. There. Goofball. There. Now we got the youngster out of the shot. All right. So this is the way I get some good results on complicated tape jobs. Base coat, tape, base coat, and then next time after this is all dried up, we put on the top coat and we walk away and we mask it and then we're ready to assemble if everything goes well. Actually, we won't be ready to assemble because we'll put an orange stripe on there and then we can assemble. All right, whew. That's a mouthful. All right, guys, that is what we got for you tonight. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment box. Someone's trying to jack with us here. Get. All right. This is insane. All right, so thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate everyone's attention. We will see you next time. Oh, Kyler's asking, you get out of here. Kyler's asking, how is the 359 coming along? Actually, it's at a standstill. I can show you what I got, Kyler, before we let go. This is it. This is a 359. It's going to be a service truck. It's got black fenders. And all I'm waiting on is the service bed to arrive. It will be a single axle service truck is what it will be. So that's all I'm waiting on that. And then I got like that one, this here. All right. The show's over, but here we are. Let's just play a little longer. Okay. So this one needs decals. This 359 is waiting on a service bed, and I mean, I could continue assembling it, but until I get a service bed, I'm not jacking with it. This is a personal project that's in limbo just because paying gigs come first. If you're familiar with Frederick Harvesting out of Alden, Kansas, this is their service truck. They have two T370 Kenworths. There's a top view, there's a side view. These are decaled up, again, waiting for service bed. Here's the frames and the wheels chilling out. This is a silage hauler out of Leota, Kansas. I'm getting that. This truck is waiting on, this sleeper's waiting on the truck to come in the mail, and it'll go on a cab. And then this is a silage trailer for this truck. This needs silage racks across the top and wheels, of course, some detail work, and then it's getting decals down the side, which will probably drive me to drinking. This is a Columbia, a Freightliner Columbia. That Columbia gets this color right here. So this is actually going to be really pretty. I've never done one like this before, so I'm excited. This will actually get taped off following this body line right here, all the way up. And the top will be white, and the bottom will be this color. And then the visor right here will also be this color. So it'll be this maroon color up here, white, and then maroon again. And then this is also maroon. And then this bumper goes on it. These wheels go on it. And then I got to shorten that frame because it's a day cab, a short frame day cab for a farmer up in Nebraska. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, whoop, come on, turn around. Yeah, so, whoops. Yeah, that's it for the little tour of the projects I've got going on right now. Oh, I've got a couple personal projects over there too. They're red and white L9000 Fords that'll have grain beds on them, but yeah, they just chill out and wait around until I get to them. When the paying gigs are gone, that's when I work on that stuff. So yeah, so hopefully next week we'll spray that fabric tan. I'm going to keep looking for a better color because this, if you haven't been watching the series, this is textured paint and it's rough. It's stupid. So I'm using it because it's the best I can find. The Hobby Lobby does, I guess I could always go online and buy something, I just haven't. The Fords are not coming along, they're just in a standstill. They're just waiting until I get a day off from doing paying stuff that I can go ahead and do them. So they'll probably be there until the summertime. I imagine they'll be there for a long time. Yeah, I guess that's it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your attention, everyone liking, your comments, your interaction. I appreciate it. It's awesome. If you know someone that is into diecast, please share this channel with them. Tell them, hey, subscribe because it's awesome and I love you. See, you're going to tell them, you're going to spread the love that way. Hopefully that wasn't weird. Anyway,